Vaccination and Immunization. Hi everyone, it's me here with Level Up RN. In this video, we are going to talk about vaccination and immunization. We're going to talk about the difference between the two and the different routes of administration. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. So let's go ahead and get started with the learning. First, we need to know the difference between vaccination and immunization. So a vaccination is the act of administering a vaccine. An immunization is the process by which a person becomes protected from a specific disease. There are several types of vaccines. Vaccines are classified based on what they contain. Vaccines can be categorized as a live attenuated vaccine, a killed or inactive vaccine, a subunit vaccine, a toxoid, or a virus-like particle vaccine. There are also some vaccines that are RNA vaccines, mRNA vaccines, DNA vaccines, and then some combination vaccines that include two or more of the previously mentioned vaccines. Live attenuated vaccines contain a weakened form of the virus or bacteria. An example of this type of vaccine would be the chickenpox vaccine, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, as well as the rotavirus vaccine, are also live attenuated vaccines. Now, it is important to note that live attenuated vaccines cannot be given to people who have a weakened immune system. Also, they require special storage and handling because they do have to stay cold. If they aren't stored properly, the virus or bacteria the vaccine could become less effective or even cause illness. The next type of vaccine is going to be a killed or inactive vaccine, and this contains a killed version of the virus or bacteria. Examples of this type of vaccine would be the flu shot, the hepatitis A vaccine, and the rabies vaccine. The third type of vaccine is a subunit vaccine. This contains specific pieces of the virus or bacteria, such as the protein of the virus. An example of a subunit vaccine would be the pertussis vaccine, which is also known as the whooping cough vaccine. The fourth type of vaccine is called a toxoid. This type of vaccine contains an inactivated toxin produced by the bacteria. An example of a toxoid vaccine would be the tetanus vaccine. The fifth type of vaccine is a virus-like particle vaccine. These are considered newer vaccines, and they contain a protein shell with genetic material inside of it, and these are used for a few different diseases. In addition to those 5 types of vaccines, there are also RNA vaccines, mRNA vaccines, and DNA vaccines. One example of an mRNA vaccine is the COVID-19 vaccine made by Pfizer and Moderna. Now, let's talk about the different routes of administration for vaccines. The most common route is the intramuscular route. This means that the vaccine is administered into a muscle. The next route is the subcutaneous route. This is where the vaccine is injected under the skin. The third route is the intradermal route. This is where the vaccine is injected into the dermis, which is the second layer of the skin. The fourth route is the oral route. This is where the vaccine is administered by mouth. And the last route is the nasal or the mucosal route. This is where the vaccine is administered as a nasal spray. Now let's review some key points about vaccines. Vaccines help to prevent infectious diseases by stimulating the body's immune system. The immune system will recognize the pathogen at a later time and will be able to fight it off before it causes illness. Vaccines do not cause autism. This has been proven. It was just a fraudulent research study that was published years ago and has since been There is no link between vaccines and autism. A few side effects that can occur with vaccines include pain, redness, and swelling at the injection site. Some people also may develop a low-grade fever or feel tired after receiving a vaccine. Serious side effects are rare, but may include things like anaphylaxis, which is a severe allergic reaction. Now let's apply some of this knowledge to a clinical scenario. A patient comes into the clinic and tells the nurse that they do not want to receive the flu vaccine because they do want to believe that it works. What is the best response by the nurse? So, the best answer is going to be something along the lines of, the flu vaccine is recommended for everyone over the age of 6 months. It helps to protect you from getting the flu, and also helps to prevent the spread of the flu to others. The vaccine does not always prevent you from getting the flu, but if you do get the flu after being vaccinated, it will likely be less severe. I hope this video was helpful and enjoyable. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys next time.